between the millionaire next door and those multiple millionaires. They have no problem with liquidating assets for the next business deal. They have no problem with going and get that. And the thing that what you probably hear, and some of you probably Googled this, and you hear people talking about good debt. They have no problem with getting that money from banks or what have you for that good debt because they're about to flip something. They're going to flip that money into money for them and the bank in partnership with the bank. But most of my listeners and most of my followers, and I would say about 98% of my clients or the people I coach are not ready for good debt. They're not ready for it. Most of them are still trying to get out of regular consumer debt. So I really don't like talking about good debt from this platform because there's too many people out there that might be listening, especially people that are still broke and think they can borrow their way out of debt. And so I don't like talking about it on this platform. But in private with people that I know are ready for that, from the information I have on them, I'm more willing to talk about that. But so let me get back to my point of house flipping and house holding. So it comes down to what you want to do for that particular house. I don't say there's and I'm glad my wife and I have different, come from different schools of thoughts when it comes to buying houses, because there are some houses you want to flip right away. You can get that big payday right away. And a post from the past, and I might repost that later. We were in the process of bidding on a property that was worth, I believe it was a $600,000 house, and they were auctioning it off for in the threes. I think it was a foreclosure, if I recall correctly. And well, I don't know how much we could bid on it, right? And the bid was pretty low. Where we can get in on it. Now, we didn't win the bid on that, and sometimes I think some of those things are, I'm gonna say it. Sometimes I think those things are inside jobs, because if you got somebody handling the bidding, and they got friends in the business, they can say, "Hey, you might want to bid this amount." Psst, psst, psst. And I can't make that claim about no one in particular, but I'm just saying you gotta know stuff like that happens. But I chop that up to the game. It is what it is. But had we won that bid with what we bidded on it, we would have went into a few $100,000 of equity right there. What do you think I was going to do that with that? I wasn't going to buy it and hold it. I was going to flip it, fix it up and get rid of it quickly, make my money out of it and move on to the next project. So I'm glad we have those different philosophies, because there's sometimes when her school of thought will lead to a lot more financial success quickly. And when you get a certain age, I don't mean there has to be a rush, but you don't want to be doing holding on too many things. You want to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So you have to determine, which one or which house that you're going to do that on. I wouldn't say that just all we're going to do is just buy and hold. We talk a lot about diversifying, and you got to be diverse in all your monetary thinking.